So, the Royal Rumble was on. And was it good? Well, you can sort of determine that from the reaction, everybody, really. WWE and Vince McMahon, you've really done it this time. You've really done it this time. I think everybody knows what I'm talking about. I'm going to review the Royal Rumble. A pretty shocking Royal Rumble, as in pretty bad. It was a pretty forgettable Royal Rumble overall. I mean, one awesome match, which, when I say awesome, was fucking awesome. And of course the Royal Rumble match, which disappointed everybody. It disappointed anybody watching, apart from Roman Reigns fans. But I don't know many Roman Reigns fans at the minute, so... But, we might as well start off the review with the pre-show, which I don't really watch. I don't really watch pre-shows because I've never had a chance to, because I live in the UK, and because these stupid pre-shows are on the network, I couldn't get the network until this month, the 19th of this month, which I finally got. But now there's this whole cancel network movement, which is unfair. This is unfair. I feel obliged to do it, but I don't want to, because I've only just got the network. I've been waiting an entire year for the network to come out, with it being cancelled and then not being cancelled and then being cancelled again. Vince McMahon going, fucking, take that, England, you pricks, to us. And I finally got it, and I'm loving it so far. But anyway, that's another video for another day. So, the pre-show, I didn't watch all of it, but I did see the New Day versus Cesaro and Tyson Kidd. And in all fairness, that match honestly deserved to be on the actual card, more so than Miz and Mizdow versus the Usos did, I thought. Because it was a really good match. The New Day versus Cesaro and Tyson Kidd. It was a really good match. It again establishes the fact that you have some really good talent here, WWE, but you just fucking screwing it up like a fucking toy you've got, and you don't know what to do with it. You fucking... The New Day, stupid gimmick. I'm quite surprised nobody's complained about it being racist. It seems like one of those gimmicks that a lot of people would complain about because it's stereotypical, therefore I would have thought a lot of people would complain that it's racist. Which no one has, which I'm quite surprised at. I'm not saying it's racist, but I see a lot of people thinking it would be, because of how stereotypical it is. It's really stereotypical, these black church preachers and stuff, but... Stupid gimmick. Turn them heel or something, because no one's going to get behind this. But they are behind Tyson Kidd and Cesaro, which were, for the most part, the babyfaces during this match. They were the babyfaces. They were getting cheered, and the New Day were getting booed the majority of the time. Which, you know, because everybody loves Cesaro for the most part, and Tyson Kidd is a good talent. I haven't seen a lot of stuff that Tyson Kidd has done, because I've never been able to watch NXT or anything. I haven't even been able to watch Raw recently. But I know that he has got some talent, so I know fans would be behind him, but they're way behind Cesaro, which again was proved with this crowd, and this Philadelphia crowd, I think it was, which they were a good crowd. They're not afraid to speak their mind. Was this crowd, as evident in the Royal Rumble, which I'll talk about in a minute. But yeah, solid match. I thought that they had pretty good chemistry, actually. You know, it was really cool back and forth action, really. I particularly like the ending, actually, when Cesaro upgutted Kofi Kingston outside the ropes, and Tyson Kidd did that finisher. I don't know what it's called, but it was a good finish. You know, overall, a really good match. And then there was some other stuff in the pre-show, the panel and stuff, which who gives a shit? No one really. I don't. So then we'll cut to the actual card. Then sorry about that. I forgot what match was next, because this whole card entirely was pretty forgettable until the last two matches, really. And it was all tag team matches. Really, a lot of tag team matches. All of it was tag team matches apart from the triple threat match. Teddy Long would be proud. Now, the next match on the card was, on the main card, sorry, was New Age Outlaws versus the Ascension. Good to see the New Age Outlaws. They've still got it, actually. I'm really surprised. You wouldn't think... I've never thought that they would have ever made a small comeback, especially last year when they had that little run as the tag team champions. But they've still got it, and they've still got it here. The match itself, nothing spectacular. It was pretty... if it wasn't for the New Age Outlaws, the match would overall just be worthy of being on Raw. Because it seemed like just a normal tag team match that you'd have on Raw, really. You had the Ascension going over the New Age Outlaws, which, I suppose is a good thing, because if they didn't, it would just be burying them, which it seems like that they're trying to bury the Ascension a bit, but maybe they're not, I don't know. After that little thing on Raw last week, when APA and NWO and New Age Outlaws fucking buried them. But nothing special. Good to see the New Age Outlaws, which was probably the best part of it, really. So the New Age Outlaws lost, and the Ascension went over them. So, nothing special. But it was good to see the New Age Outlaws, as I said before. Next was, the Usos versus Miz and Mizdow. How many more times do we have to see this? How many more times do we have to see the Usos as tag team champions? Is my bigger question, because I'm freaking sick of it. The tag team championships mean nothing anymore. You might as well get rid of them, for God's sake. Ever since they brought in them new fucking tag team title belts that look like giant 1p coins, they mean nothing. They look stupid. They're worthless. They need a new belt design at least. I fucking hate the design of the new tag team championships. But that's irrelevant. The match itself, it's good. I'm not saying that Mizdow and the Usos don't have good matches. It's just we've seen this on Raw time and time again. I think for the majority of Miz and Mizdow as a team, since they've been a team, they've been going against the fucking Usos for the majority of their time as a team. Miz and Mizdow. For God's sake, give us something different. God. Anyway, good match, because like I said, they do have good matches. It's just, for God's sake, we've seen it a million times now. Again, Mizdow is over as hell with the crowd. Wasn't really much teasers to them splitting up in this match, but we'll get to that in the Royal Rumble match. But yeah, Mizdow over as hell, as you can tell, because Miz does the whole heel thing where he asks everybody if he wants to tag in Mizdow, and they go mental. He doesn't do it until. But yeah, it was a solid match. Usos won, of course. I don't like the Usos. I think they're just a bit they're boring. I mean, they do exciting stuff, but they've been doing it so many times now. It's lost its luster, really. Yeah, the Usos won. Pretty solid match. As always, between these two teams, usually. So, yeah, just a normal match that you would expect from them, really. Definitely not as good as Cesaro and Tyson Kidd versus The New Day. Definitely not as good as that. That was probably the best tag team match on the card, which again makes me think, why wasn't it on the actual card? But there you go. Next, the Divas tag team match. What was the point in this? It was boring, this match. It was boring. Bella Twins versus Paige and Natalya. Now, Bella Twins, they fucking annoy me. Not because they're supposed to, because they're heels, but because they fucking annoy me. They're like the Kardashians of wrestling, for God's sake. They're just fucking annoying. Nothing happened, really. It was a boring match. Fucking Natalya getting her ass kicked for the majority of it. Paige didn't even get a chance to fucking get tagged in and do something. I mean, I like Paige. She's one of the best divas on the roster right now. Her and AJ Lee, which are two obvious choices, but I'm sticking to it because I do like them. Boring match. Just there was nothing to it. There was nothing to it. It was just, again, it didn't even deserve to be on Raw. It was something that should have been on Main Event or Superstar or something like that. Boring match. Paige didn't even get a chance to do anything. She didn't even get tagged in properly, for God's sake. But yeah, crap match. Bella Twins won because yeah, people want to see that. But yeah, Bella Twins won. And what was that punch? Is that Nikki Bella's new finisher now? Then a fucking elbow to the face. Because when I saw that, I didn't think that was going to finish the match. I thought that Natalya was going to kick out of that, but she didn't. I don't think I've watched enough Bella Twins matches to know, but it was a stupid finish. Anyway, and then here we go. The triple threat match, WWE Championship triple threat match. Seth Rollins versus Brock Lesnar versus John Cena. Now, right from the start, this match was awesome. This match, honestly, you had Brock Lesnar dominating the first half, more or less. Suplexes everywhere, which didn't get boring, surprisingly. Just suplexing Seth Rollins and suplexing John Cena. You'd switch between them, suplexing them. Seth Rollins in this match, man. This really, if you didn't already have an idea of how good a wrestler and how good a performer Seth Rollins is, this match really showcases everything that he can do. In my opinion, he did that table spot when he jumped off the turnbuckle and put Brock Lesnar through the announce table. That was epic. That was just an awesome spot for Seth Rollins. That's like a kind of spot that Seth Rollins needed, you know. It reminded me of like Shane McMahon, you know, doing all those elbows to people through the announce table. Like I watched WrestleMania 17 recently on the network, and when he did it to Vince McMahon, I instantly thought of when Shane McMahon did it to Vince McMahon. Except Vince McMahon moved out of the way. But, you know, one of those spots. Awesome match. John Cena, you know, he did what he usually does. It was a fucking awesome moment where, overall, John Cena did about 4 attitude adjustments. The first one, he did to Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar kicked out at 1. He kicked out at 1. And then later on in the match, he performed 3 AAs in a row. He would perform 1, Brock Lesnar would just get straight back up. He'd do another one, he would get straight back up again, and then he would do a third one, and he wouldn't really get up much after that. But, what an awesome... It just really shows, if they're turning Brock Lesnar babyface, as it was kind of teased in Raw last week, that they're going to turn Brock Lesnar babyface, which I don't think they are. I mean, that whole ending to Raw last week kind of made out that Brock Lesnar was going to be babyface soon, which it did, but I think this match kind of took that illusion away, and I think that Brock Lesnar is going to stay a heel, especially with the finish of the Royal Rumble. Because Brock Lesnar won, he defended the title, which was quite surprising because I thought John Cena was going to win this with bells on. I thought he was going to go over. I thought that was the whole reason that they put Seth Rollins in this match. It was just so that John Cena can win without making Brock Lesnar look weak. I was expecting John Cena to pin Seth Rollins so that Brock Lesnar didn't look weak, and, you know, John Cena could win, because you know how Vince McMahon loves the taste of John Cena's backside. But yeah, solid match, easily the match of the year so far. The year has just started, but it's going to be a hard match to top, especially if Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar is going to happen at WrestleMania, which I could see them changing plans because of reactions. But, so yeah, absolute awesome match. Easily the best match on the card. Even better than the Royal Rumble match, which is the next match, really. Now, this Rumble match. To put it simply, it was shit. It was a shit Rumble match. Worst Rumble match. I don't know. I haven't seen every single Royal Rumble. In my lifetime, I haven't been alive around to watch all the Royal Rumbles. Now that I've got the network, I can. Jesus, listen to me. I sound like I'm plugging the network. I'm not. If you want to do that whole cancel the network craze trend because of the ending to Royal Rumble, stick to it. I agree with you. I just don't think I'm going to do it just because I've only just got the thing. Because it's only just come out here in the UK. Anyway, this Royal Rumble match, pretty underwhelming. Usually the Royal Rumble match is the best match or the most exciting match, but this one just wasn't. I mean, for most of the first half of this match, you didn't have more than like 4 people in at a time, which was kind of like, why? you know, a Royal Rumble is always exciting when you've got about 8, maybe even 9 people in the ring at once, but they didn't want to do this for some reason, because, no, that would be too entertaining. It's meant to be sports entertainment, but they don't fucking want to entertain us because, I don't know, Vince is just like, fuck you, everybody. You know, we don't have any competition anymore, so we don't need to entertain you. You just keep watching anyway. Sorry, a bit of a tangent there. But the Royal Rumble, it was underwhelming. You didn't have, for the first half of the match, like I said, you didn't have like more than 5 people in the ring at a time. I mean, they booked Bray Wyatt really strongly. They had him eliminate people straight away when they came out. He was the only one in the ring for a good like 10 minutes. He was the only one in the ring because every time someone would come out, he would eliminate them straight away until Daniel Bryan came out, which we'll get to in a minute. So yeah, they booked Bray Wyatt really strongly. A few surprise returns. We had Bubba Ray Dudley, which was pretty awesome. I hope this is a sign that Bubba Ray Dudley is going to have another run in WWE. We had Boogeyman, which was a good return, especially with the dynamic between him and Bray Wyatt. But it was pointless. When he was coming out, he was just like, yeah, this is going to be a really good dynamic. Boogeyman was coming out, doing his thing, smashing his head with the clock. He comes in, and Bray Wyatt does his spider thing or whatever, and it looks like he scared the Boogeyman. It looks like it. I don't know if he did, but when they showed Boogeyman's face, it kind of looked like he was scared. Which I just thought, now hang on a minute. This is a guy that eats earthworms, for crying out loud. And he's scared of a guy doing a silly spider walk that anybody can do, by the way. Anybody can do one of those spider walks. Usually. Maybe not to the level that Bray Wyatt can do it. You know, he can do it from on the floor. But, you know, if anybody could do it, I can do it. So I don't know why Bray Wyatt gets so much praise for that spider walk that he does. Maybe it's just me being silly, but I'm not saying he's not good. He's good as Bray Wyatt. He's really good. I'm just saying I don't see why people are so impressed with that spider walk thing. Well, I think a lot of people can do it, really. Anyway, but yeah, and then they eliminated Boogeyman straight away, which I thought was pointless. You could have had a cool dynamic there. It would have been entertaining. It would have been two weirdos going at it. But no, they just have Bray Wyatt chuck him over the top rope after scaring him with a spider walk. Anyway, and we had a surprise return of DDP, which was good. He did a diamond cutter to a few people. I think he got eliminated by Rusev. I think it was Rusev that eliminated him. Yeah, I think it was Rusev. But as far as surprise returns go in the Rumble itself, that was it, which was quite underwhelming. Usually there's more surprise entrants like that. Randy Orton didn't even come back. Randy Orton didn't even come back in this Royal Rumble, which was just confusing. I thought that he was going to be a potential winner for the Royal Rumble, but he didn't even come back. Now, I was personally hoping Dean Ambrose would win this, because, yeah, notice there's a big picture in the background now. That's the magical video editing. That's the magical thing about video editing. Things can change in the blink of an eye. Big Doctor Who picture. Yeah, my mum just bought me it, so that's where that interruption came from. Anyway, I wanted Dean Ambrose to win, because Dean Ambrose, that is my boy. Dean Ambrose is my boy, man. Dean Ambrose is the best wrestler there is right now, in my opinion. He's my favourite wrestler right now. Now, I'm not going to have a go at you if he's not yours. You know, a lot of people love Daniel Bryan and all that, and, you know, but my personal favourite wrestler right now, or on the roster right now, is Dean Ambrose. I don't know why, but he's awesome. The best character. Never fails to entertain. Never fails to have a bad match. That's one thing that I think he's a bit underrated. In terms of that, they don't praise his matches with Bray Wyatt, even though he got annihilated in his feud with Bray Wyatt for some reason. You know, they could have had Bray Wyatt lose at least 2 matches clean to Dean Ambrose. He would have still looked pretty strong, because overall he would have won that feud. So, but anyway, the feud itself was really good, I thought. Not as good as his feud with Seth Rollins, but I'm hoping that they'll come back to that. But his matches with Bray Wyatt and Seth Rollins are, I don't know, he's underrated in that area. and especially his match at TLC with Bray Wyatt. That was the match of 2014 for me. That was the match of 2014. His TLC match with Bray Wyatt was, granted the finish was a bit dumb with the monitor exploding, but still, overall the match was fucking awesome. The best match of the year for me. So yeah, Dean Ambrose is my favourite wrestler right now, so I wanted him to win. And he was a good candidate. It was quite a possibility. After Daniel Bryan was eliminated so early on, he was eliminated. He came in at number 10, I think. Excuse me. Excuse me. He came in at number 10, and he was eliminated at like number 16 or 17 or something, or 20 or something like that. He was eliminated really early on, which was really surprising considering the reaction he's getting. Because just like last year, he was the favourite. He was the favourite, except this time he was actually in the Royal Rumble. Last year he wasn't in the Rumble at all, which caused the fans to completely hijack the last year's Royal Rumble and effectively turn Batista heel. That's what the fans turned him heel, basically. So, you know, they were chuffed. I was expecting to be at least in the final 4 or 3 of the Royal Rumble. The final 3, I was expecting it to be Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, and Daniel Bryan. They were the final 3 that I was expecting to be the Royal Rumble. I was expecting that. But Daniel Bryan got eliminated at like number 17 or 18, something like that. Which immediately turned fans off. As soon as that happened, fans weren't interested. I mean, after that, they were looking for the next best thing. You know, when I was quite happy to hear that Dean Ambrose got a really big pop when he came out. I think he was the next person that people would have wanted to see win. If it wasn't going to be Daniel Bryan, they wanted to see Dean Ambrose, or for a majority of the crowd, it sounded that way, because he got a big pop when he came out, which made me happy. So when Dean Ambrose came out and they got that big pop, I was pretty happy, because I love Dean Ambrose. He's my favourite wrestler right now. And I thought that maybe, because I thought surely WWE knows that nobody wants Roman Reigns to win this. Surely they know that exactly the same thing that happened last year is going to happen this year. They know. They fucking know. So I was thinking that because they know that maybe, just maybe, Dean Ambrose or Dolph Ziggler will win this. Because I was thinking surely Vince McMahon and WWE are not so stupid. Because when Roman Reigns finally came out, they rejected him. They booed him out of the building. I'm surprised that nobody, because he comes out of the crowd, I'm surprised that none of the crowd tried blocking him from entering the Rumble. I was expecting, because that Philadelphia crowd, they were pretty hectic. But they rejected him. They completely booed him out of the building. So when he came out, he was doing this thing, because when people come out, they either get some eliminations or they just beat a lot of people up. They were doing that. He were doing that. Completely getting booed out of the building when he was doing this. It was quite awkward, actually, because he's supposed to be this big baby face, and nobody's having it. I mean, yeah, we've come to accept it with John Cena because it's like his thing now. But with Roman Reigns, WWE want him to be a pure babyface that people should cheer, but it's just not happening. So it was quite awkward. So the fans rejected him, and I was just thinking, well, surely WWE knew this was going to happen. So maybe Dean Ambrose or someone else like a Dolph Ziggler will win. I was expecting that. So, we get to the last portion of the Rumble match. It's pretty underwhelming so far. We get to number 30, and Dolph Ziggler comes in, and I'm thinking, alright, maybe they're going to do some really cool things with Dolph Ziggler. I thought maybe he was going to be one of the last people in the ring, because by this point, Kane and Big Show came in, who should just go. They should just go. I think Big Show's run out of babyface and heel turns now. He's run out of them. Kane is just boring now. He's not what he used to be. They should go. They should just go. It's not physically possible to turn Big Show babyface again and then heel again another 10 times. It's not possible. He's out of it. He's run out of babyface and heel turns. Get rid of him. Stop him. He was good once. He's not anymore. Same with Kane. He was good once. He's not anymore. As soon as you fucking put those suit trousers on him, you killed every single bit of credibility of him. he was boring before that. People were sick of him before that, but now they just want to see him gone. Okay, he was, when he still wore that silly mask when he was with Team Hell No and all that, people were still a bit, it's Kane, whatever, he doesn't really matter, but we'll accept it, kinda. Now, they want him gone. Stop this fucking thing with Big Show and Kane. They're boring. They take the life out of everything that they're involved in, for God's sake. Anyway, Kane and Big Show work together to eliminate a lot of people. This is what pissed me off in this Royal Rumble. Dolph Ziggler comes in at number 30, he's on a bit of a roll. You're thinking, maybe he'll eliminate Big Show or Kane. He might get a big elimination, a really relevant elimination to add to his, to make him look good. No, they didn't do that. They decided to have him go on the turnbuckle, jump, get knocked out by Big Show, and then what do? They eliminate him and they did the same with Dean Ambrose. They knocked him out, so they just pick him up and just throw him over the top rope. Not even throw. They just picked him up, just took him over the rope, and just let go, and they dropped out. And then, eventually, I can't remember the entire Rumble, it was pretty forgettable. Eventually, the last people in the ring ended up being Big Show, Kane, Dean Ambrose, and Roman Reigns. At this point, I was really hoping here. I was really hoping that Dean Ambrose might win the Rumble, because I think that was the next best choice. I think out of everybody in that ring at that point, out of those 4 people, that were the last people in the ring, people wanted Dean Ambrose to win. Did we get that? Did we fuck? Did we bollocks? Vince McMahon is so fucking determined to have Roman Reigns be the fucking face of the company by WrestleMania 31 that he had to fucking decide to make him win. And they knew this. They knew that fucking Roman Reigns was going to get booed out of the building. You know how? Everybody knows. Do you know how everybody knows that they knew? They had The Rock come out. They had The Rock come out. They didn't have him as a surprise entrant, like a lot of people might have suspected, because there was all this hype of him being in Philadelphia for some reason. I was expecting maybe The Rock would come in at number 30 as a little surprise, and then someone will eliminate him, and that will raise, make them look good. Someone eliminates The Rock. I was expecting maybe something like that, because I wasn't expecting him to win if he was in it. But no, he wasn't an entrant in the Royal Rumble itself. The last 3 in the ring was Big Show, Kane, and Roman Reigns. So when this happened, I just knew, okay, so they are going with with Roman Reigns. They are going with Roman Reigns, which is fucking stupid, because God knows they're not going with Big Show or Kane. God knows. I think that would be worse. I think the backlash would be worse, actually, because as much as people didn't want to see Roman Reigns win, I don't think they want to see Kane or Big Show win either. So, But, they did a double choke slam to Roman Reigns. The Rock came out to a big pop, and this is how we know WWE knew that Roman Reigns was going to get absolutely shit on by the crowd. They got The Rock to come out to help him and help Roman Reigns win the Royal Rumble. Roman wins the Royal Rumble. Over goes Kane, over goes Big Show. Rusev is still in it now. I forgot about that actually until now. Rusev was hiding, and he came out, and maybe they would have had some sort of... You even had the crowd going, "We want Rusev." This character is meant to be a major heel in the company right now, and they are cheering for him to win the Royal Rumble instead of Roman Reigns. What does that fucking tell you? Anyway, he comes from, Roman Reigns is the last one standing in the ring. Rusev comes from under the ropes because he hasn't been eliminated. He was hiding, I think. And then he just gets eliminated instantly. He gets thrown over the top rope instantly by Roman Reigns. There you go, Roman Reigns wins the Royal Rumble. And in a desperate attempt to try and get Roman Reigns over with the fans, they have The Rock hold his hand up in victory. And did this work? Did this make fans cheer for Roman Reigns? No. No, it didn't. It did not. It didn't make one difference. It kind of made things worse. Okay? It made things worse because everybody knew that this was WWE's attempt at making Roman Reigns get a cheap pop by having The Rock hold his hand up in victory. It didn't work because I don't know whether Vince McMahon and WWE Creative and all that know this, but your fans aren't stupid. We're not stupid. We saw, as soon as The Rock came out, we knew what you were trying to do. You were trying to get a cheap pop for Roman Reigns by having The Rock come out and help him win the Royal Rumble. That's what you were doing, and it didn't even work. It didn't even work. And even The Rock, I think even The Rock knew that. Even The Rock, when he held his hand up and the fans were still booing, you could see The Rock's face and he was like, yeah, this was a bad decision, this was a bad choice. This amazes me. This amazes me. Surely, they must get the point now. He even got booed when The Rock tried to help him. The Rock couldn't even get him over with the crowd. Not even The Rock. So surely, after that, they've got to change the plans. They got to know that fans aren't stupid. Fans are not sheep. They're not just going to cheer someone because someone that they really like held his hand up. Okay, they're not going to do it. Okay, they're not going to fucking do it. So they've got to change plans. They've got to turn Roman Reigns heel. But then they're probably not going to do that if they're going to go with this WrestleMania 31 main event with him versus Brock Lesnar, which is not going to be a good match. I guarantee you, it could be a good match, but it will not be as good as it should be because, you know, I just have this feeling that WWE wants to limit because they limit people on what they can do in the ring now. So it's not going to be a good match. If they didn't have limits, if they did not have any limits that they couldn't cross or anything, then it would be a good match. But I just can't see it, especially if it's the main event. If it's the main event, I can accept this. I would accept this match if it wasn't the main event, if it wasn't the last match. But it's obviously gonna be. So it's kind of switched me off WrestleMania 31 altogether. But Vince is so fucking determined to have Roman Reigns get over with the crowd, get over fucking everything, puts all of the other fan favourite, all the other baby faces aside that people actually like. For Roman Reigns, the one baby face next to John Cena that nobody likes, they put all the baby faces that people actually like aside to have the one baby face that no one else likes fucking win the Royal Rumble, win everything, have the spotlight on him, and nobody's happy about this. Nobody is happy. I'm not necessarily pissed off at the fact that Roman Reigns won. I'm more pissed off at the fact that Dean Ambrose didn't win, because you'll get abuse on this on the internet, but it's true. Yes, if the person you are rooting for does not win the Royal Rumble, you're gonna be pissed off. That's just how it works. That's how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to be pissed off if someone that you like doesn't win the Royal Rumble. So when people on the internet say, "Oh, the crowd turned on the Rumble match because someone there wanted to win got eliminated," yes, they did. That's how they're supposed to react. You would react the same way. The people who are saying that are probably pissed off for having someone that they eliminated. They're probably acting the exact same way as everyone else. They just don't want to show it. They just want to seem like someone who's better than them on the internet. They just want to show that, I'm a wrestling fan. I don't care who wins though because I like everybody. It's not true. You have favourites. Everybody has a favourite. If they lose, you get pissed off. The people who like them get pissed off. This is why I'm not surprised with the reaction at Royal Rumble. Daniel Bryan. I was expecting him to win. I wanted Dean Ambrose to win. I wanted him to win. But I wasn't going to be necessarily too bothered because I sort of knew in the back of my mind that Dean Ambrose wasn't going to win until Daniel Bryan got eliminated, and then I thought maybe he will. But before Daniel Bryan got eliminated, I was thinking, yeah, I think that Daniel Bryan will win this, because a match between him and Brock Lesnar would be awesome. A lot of people apparently don't want to see that, but Daniel Bryan versus Brock Lesnar would be an awesome match. It would be like CM Punk versus Brock Lesnar, which was the match of 2013, I thought. But no, they didn't. I think that WWE is just intentionally trying to go out of their way. They're just trying to go out of their way to just say to the fans. They don't care what the fans want. They don't. They just want what they want. Vince wants to blow Roman Reigns on everybody. But no one else wants to be blown on by Roman Reigns. But Vince wants it, so it's going to happen. Vince and WWE want Roman Reigns over because he looks the part. Not that he has the talent, not that he has, the thing for it, not that he has the cool character, not that he has the ability, but because he looks it. And that's the problem with WWE. If you look like something, if you look like a top star in WWE, it doesn't matter if you don't have the skill. If you look it, perfect. I don't even have anything against Roman Reigns. I don't mind him. Okay, I don't mind him. But I know that this was a bad decision. I know that having Roman Reigns win, knowing the backlash that they're gonna get, is just stupid. This is the same mistake that they made last year. They've done it twice in a row. Okay. If you wanted Roman Reigns to win, you should have him win last year instead of Batista, because people actually wanted him to win last year. They don't now because you've killed his character. You've fucking given him stupid fucking superhero fucking Muppet promos. You've killed his character. So no, I don't blame people for being pissed off. I was pissed off, but that's because someone I wanted to win got eliminated. Okay? But that's how everybody will react. Okay, I'm not going to have a go at anyone for being pissed off that Daniel Bryan was eliminated. I'm not going to have a go at anyone for being pissed off that Dolph Ziggler was eliminated. Okay? Because if you're invested in that wrestler, and he is your favourite wrestler, you're going to be pissed off. Nobody was invested in Roman Reigns, so they're pissed off that he won. Okay? It might have been better if he was a heel, but he's not. And I don't think that they will turn him heel, although they should. And that pathetic attempt at having The Rock come out to try and give Roman Reigns a cheap pop was just cringeworthy because it didn't even work. It didn't even work. So, I don't know what WWE are going to do. I don't know what they're going to do. Because if they saw that not even The Rock can get Roman Reigns over with the crowd, then surely they are... I mean, they're pretty stupid now. They're idiots. But surely that must have indicated that, alright, well, not even The Rock can get him over. We've got to do something else here, lads. We got to do something. We got to do something different here. We can't just have Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar because this is not going to get over with anybody. And now, at the time I'm recording this, apparently Raw's been cancelled due to the weather. The weather! Yeah, the weather. Because Roman Reigns cocked that fist and made it rain in that Royal Rumble, bitches! So it's kind of weather. Yeah, Roman made it rain in the Royal Rumble. Fuck. Nobody's happy. Nobody's happy. So Raw's been cancelled because Roman Reigns fucking cocked his fist and made it rain in the Royal Rumble. So it's cancelled due to weather. It's rained too much then. I don't know if it's true, but apparently it's been cancelled. And they said it's been cancelled because of the weather, which just made me think that line that Roman Reigns said ages ago on Survivor Series. So yeah, I'm just gonna go with weather being because Roman Reigns didn't get over like they wanted him to, so we have to think of something else and we don't have enough time. So we're gonna have to cancel Raw to think of other plans. That's why Raw's been cancelled. That's the way I see it. If it has been cancelled, I don't know if it actually has. It's only a rumour at this point. But yeah, overall, Royal Rumble, disappointing. Besides that awesome triple threat match for the WWE Championship, that match was awesome. That was WrestleMania worthy. I wouldn't even be pissed off if they had a rematch of that at WrestleMania. Obviously they're not, but you know. Maybe they won't even have Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns. Maybe they'll have Seth Rollins cash in before WrestleMania. And then maybe they could do some weird dynamic of, having a Shield triple threat match, which everybody wants to see. And I'm not just saying that because I like Dean Ambrose so much because I want to see him in a WrestleMania match, because I'm afraid of what they'll do with Dean Ambrose now. I don't know what they're going to do with Dean Ambrose. What are they going to do for him at Payback? What are they going to do? I do not want them to put him in some stupid, pointless mid-card feud, okay? There's no one else that he can feud with that would make him look good. He's had his feud with Bray Wyatt. He's had his feud with Seth Rollins that, quite frankly, they need to go back to. So maybe they can go back to that, but I don't think they will. And no one else. And I don't want them to turn him heel either. Do not turn him heel, because it just wouldn't make sense for his character. Okay, Dean Ambrose's character is kind of, you know, he's like Stone Cold. He's like an anti-hero. That's how I see him. So to turn him heel wouldn't make sense, because he's not. I don't see him as a heel or a babyface. He does. I mean, yeah, he is obviously a babyface, but to turn him heel, what would you do with his character? You can't turn him a coward, because it just wouldn't make sense. But I diverge. That'll be another video for another time. But forgettable Royal Rumble, disappointing Royal Rumble. Hopefully, this whole revolution of cancel the network and stop watching and all that might get WWE to change plans, because you know how precious the network is to them. You know how precious the network is to them. So if so many people cancel the network subscription, then, and it is a drastic number that cancels, and maybe WWE will change plans, because, like I said, you know how important that subscription number for the network is to them. So if it is a drastic drop in subscriptions since the Royal Rumble, then they will change plans, because they want as many subscriptions on that bitch as they can. But yeah, overall, disappointing Royal Rumble. I'm not even going to include that triple threat match on the Royal Rumble. I'm not even going to say that was on the Rumble card. That's its own thing, is that triple threat match, because that was awesome. That match was awesome. Okay, that was an awesome match. And everything else was just mediocre beyond that. So yeah. Let me know down in the comments what you thought of the Royal Rumble, even though I pretty much know how most of you feel. You know, most of you feel that everything else was pointless. Triple threat match, awesome. Royal Rumble match, you just want to punch something in the wall, right? You just want to punch someone in the face. So yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Like I said, just let me know in the comments below how you felt about the Royal Rumble. If you are actually happy about Roman Reigns winning, or if you're not, which is most likely. But, you know, if you did want Roman Reigns to win, I'm not going to have a go at you. If he's your favourite, more power to you, because he won, so you'd be happy. But just let me know how you felt about the Royal Rumble overall down below. My second video on this channel, it's my second video on this channel, but I hope to do more wrestling related videos and other stuff, so if you have seen this, let me know what you thought of the video. Sorry if I'm a bit, you know, if I missed a lot of things out and stuff. It's my first time talking about a wrestling pay-per-view on video, but I hope to improve and I hope to make more. So thanks for watching, guys.